Hello, I'm Andy and thank you for joining me on this video. If you're new here, you're very welcome, and if you're returning, thank you for your continuing support. So what are we looking at today? So I've recently got the longer B1 with its automated 24 volt air assist pump. It is, well, the whole machine is so much quieter for my Ray 5. The air pump is super quiet, and when the motors are moving on the laser frame you can't hear those either. But the pump today, I'm looking at some upgrades. So the video is me showing you some experiments that I've been doing on the B1 pump, and then in my next video I'll be doing some real world testing of different ways to use the upgraded air assist pump and different things I've tried with the actual laser module itself. So this is like a part one of two videos regarding the air assist pump for the longer B1. I do really like the automated function of the B1. Sit back, relax and enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end. So I've got the longer B1 here, which has the automatic air pump, which runs on 24 volts, and I'm just doing my first flow test. And you can see I am getting just over 14 litres a minute. Now the 240 volt pump, if you've seen my other videos, it does a lot better than that. So I'm going to have a go at modifying this pump to see what improvements I can make, if any. So stay tuned if you're interested. So this is the result I'm getting. I'm getting 18 litres a minute on my gauge, and all I've done is I've used the black hose, taken off the brass nipple, wrapped some masking tape around it. Now as you then screw that in, you need to adjust how many wraps of tape you put around there, but then that squashes down on the silicone and sort of gives you an airtight seal there. Then I'm just using a 8mm tube here to connect to my gauge, but that is a simple fix you can do to increase your airflow. Okay, this is the flow on the B1 pump with the silencer removed. So we are 18 litres a minute. So all I've done is taken that little bit off the bottom. Don't worry about the noise, we can sort that out later. Wow, look at that. That is a fantastic increase, and I've only done one small revision. That I'm going to hold that steady. But you can see that's almost, well, I'm going to call that 19 litres a minute. And all I've done, I got a piece of 8mm tube, which you can remove this very restrictive nozzle. And the good thing is that the 8mm pipe that you can get from any hardware store locally, it will just screw into that. It was a little bit fiddly to screw it in. This is not the best method, but it's an easy method. And then the good thing is your black tube will slide inside this tube, because it's 8mm outside, 6mm inside, and your black tube is 6mm outside, 4mm inside. So I'm chuffed with that, but I've got some more improvements to try, so stay tuned. So as you see, what I'm trying now is taking off the front manifold plate and joining the two outlets together, but it's slightly worse. Lost about 1.5 litres a minute, so I'm going to put that back how it was. So doing some real world tests now. I've got the black tube going into a 6mm ID, 8mm OD, going around, and I'm getting 19 litres. So you can see that the diameter of the tube makes a big difference. Now, my analogy for that is, if you've ever used a garden hose, that if before connecting it to the garden tap, if you open the garden tap, you get loads of water coming out the tap. Turn the tap off, connect your garden hose, walk down your 100-foot garden,
turn the hose tab back on and you get a trickle of water coming out, and that's all to do with resistance. So that's made a big test. I'm going to put the brass nipple back on now. So exact same setup, same length of pipe, but with the brass nipple back on, and you can see that has dropped down quite a lot. So on to the next test.
Oh, that was the last test. I did rearrange the video snips in a different order to sort of end up on a high, but as you can see, just by removing the brass nozzle, you can get an increase in air volume and probably air pressure. In my next video, I'm going to be doing some real world testing on cutting, in my case, some 3mm MDF, using the upgrades that I've discovered for this B1 24 volt pump, and then trying some different things with the laser module itself. So that interests you, perhaps you'd like to subscribe to my channel as not to miss that video. And if you've found this video informative, please give it a like. If you've got any comments, drop them down below. I do check my feeds 2 or 3 times a day. Yes, I do go to sleep like yourself, so if it's an 8-hour delay, that's me sleeping, but I will answer it in the morning. Anyway, that's Andy. Thank you for joining me on this video. Continue to make some safe, happy smoke, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Cheers for now. Thank you for making it to the end of my videos, much appreciated. If you like what I'm doing and I've earned your trust and respect, perhaps you would consider subscribing. If you leave a comment, I will answer them as well. And if you give me a thumbs up, it will put a smile on my face. Perhaps you would like some of the videos popping up now. See you in the next one.